The title of my presentation, a multidimensional virtual summer research training program in the neuroscience for undergraduate students from underrepresented backgrounds at the Hispanic Serving Institution. In 2010, NIH and DUR funded the NeuroID program at the University of Puerto Rico, Rio Piedras. This is a 2-year fellowship that provides a comprehensive research experience for undergraduate students based on 3 teaching philosophies: student-citizen, service learning, and research with a purpose. We partner with other San Juan Metro universities, including the Inter-American Bayamón, el Sistema Ana Geméndez, Universidad Sagrado Corazón, y Universidad Politécnica. The main objectives of our NeuroID program include the enhancement of understanding the social impact of science, to stimulate students to transmit the acquired scientific knowledge to the general population, and of course, train our students in active neuroscience research relevant to different topics in the field. As part of our training, every incoming class has 1 summer in the UPR Rio Piedras. However, last summer, due to the COVID pandemic, the NeuroID staff made significant efforts to transform this research experience into a virtual experience. And in addition to that, we decided to evaluate whether our efforts were impactful to the 10 participants of this summer research experience. There were 7 initiatives that we developed for this innovative and virtual training. These are a comprehensive integration to the research experience, peer-led basic neuroscience lectures, scholarly meetings with UPR Neuroscientists on a weekly basis. We developed for the first time the BP and DUR Summer Virtual Seminar Series. We had created the interactive lectures on neuroscience and society. We had workshops on software carpentry, machine learning, a hackathon, and data replication, all focused on developing computer skills, and was done in collaboration with the RU Bio summer program. And we had workshops on development of professional skill set in neuroscience, and finally, a discussion forum on issues of racism, inequality, and discrimination in the sciences. For example, the first initiative was the peer-led basic neuroscience lectures, and they were conducted with the participation of senior NeuroID students that taught these lectures, and 3 out of these 4 students that participated are now in graduate school. And the topics that they covered were neuroglia, science outreach, organization of the central nervous system, and electronic properties. And when we ask our participants to evaluate the experience and how much does these classes help you better understand neuroscience, as you can see, in green is high and gray is very high, and later toward average, low, and very low. And as you can see, either very high or high, the response were dramatically impactful. And in addition, they were highly satisfied with the experience. Over 71% thought they were very satisfied, and 29% thought they were satisfied. So overall, this initiative was a success. Now, on a weekly basis, our students met with UPR neuroscientists, each one every week. And here we have the list of very esteemed colleagues that are either in the Department of Biology at the University of Puerto Rico, Rio Piedras, or in the medical school. And the activities they conducted with these neuroscientists every week included a brunch to discuss methods in neurosciences that were pertaining the research they were conducting in their lab, a journal club about a paper that they thought was relevant that would entice the students to learn more about their research, and of course, live virtual lab experience. And the evaluation results yield that the students thought that their exposure to these neuroscientists made contributed to their knowledge of the different areas and techniques in neuroscience. It allowed to know the mentors better and understand the PIs are doing in their research, in the techniques and the use of different animal models, and provide the opportunity for the students to see the career paths of these neuroscientists and how they could see that there's not one way to do this, but they had different paths that they could understand and see that it's possible. And finally, the students recommended to keep this activity when we go back to being in person, of course, and have this available for incoming students to know about all the neuroscientists in the program. In the BP Endure Summer Virtual Seminar, we had the opportunity to invite speakers from the whole community of the BP Endure partner institution. So we had a very diverse group of scientists from different topics. And when we look at the evaluation, we see that overall, the students either strongly agree or agree that the virtual meeting platform was appropriate, that it reaches expectations, and the level of the seminar was appropriate as well. The other thing that topic that we developed was the Neuroscience and Society seminar. And as you can see, these are the topics that we covered during this initiative, and we had the opportunity to invite speakers from our institution, but also from outside and other institutions that are experts in the topic, like Dr. Mauricio Delgado from Rutgers University and Dr. Irving Vega from Michigan State. And if we look at when we examine the scientific identity questionnaire with the students, we find that all students got great gain or good gain. The majority, over 80 or 75%, responded that they were very helpful in to develop a productive network of scientists, to understand the relevance and purpose of your research, to think creatively about your research work, etc. Then when we look at computational skills, in particular the workshop on software carpentry, again, we have students responding that they had a great gain or a good gain on the majority of the items that we wanted the students to learn and acquire. So that is also very successful initiative. And then the student development activities, as you can see, was quite broad, and we tried to cover all the parts that we think are important for professional development of the students. So the students throughout those 9 weeks got a packed workshop on many topics that I think they were quite impactful, because at the end, the positive impact was measured in that they thought that they engaged in learning more effectively in the neuroscience, it strengthened their computational skills, improved their communication skills. They were able to design and conduct research projects in the summer, develop a mentor-mentee relationship, improve their network abilities, improve their scientific identity, and finally, they understood the importance of neuroscience in research and how they can impact society and become better advocates of diversity and inclusion. So to conclude, the students provided recommendations about what platforms should we use in the future for this virtual experience. But overall, the data from the evaluation examination strongly supports the effectiveness of all these initiatives, and thus this novel research program could be used in the future as a model for online research training with different tiers of transformative interventions. Thank you.